Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with horse racing tips for Sunday, the 26th of November. Well, let's get straight into it, but first, a quick recap on yesterday. Yesterday, we could have had more back than what we actually did. I think I had £6 something back out of my stakes. Football was disappointing. The nap of the day lost by a nose, and whenever I thought it had won when it first passed the post. I missed the race. I looked at the betting, and it was odds on Sky Bet's betting. That it's just something I look at where it gives you these prices. And I thought, well, the next horse was 5-4. So I thought, and it was suspended at the time. So I thought, it's probably won in a photo. Well, it actually lost in a photo, so it came second. So the nap of the day at 15-2, lost by a nose. The fancied horse in the first main bet, the fancied horses bet, won, backed in from fives. I think it ended up 11-4. So clearly that was a decent horse, and I was correct with that. But I was also wrong with a lot of things yesterday. There was a lot of horses at very big prices that actually ran better, even though they didn't finish in the places. Merry Minister for a start, or Merry Minster. It was 50-1, and it was in front turning for home. Unfortunately, weakened gradually and finished sixth, paying out first four. Media guessed. I think that's ready to win. That horse is. It needs a bit of a faster pace and a better ride. It came absolutely flying when it was game over, but I was actually watching it and it was miles behind. So a little bit closer to the pace. I understand if you're close to the pace, you're not going to have such a good finish, but that was too far behind all the way round. So that was the outcome from yesterday. Disappointing day, £6 something return. Let's focus on Sunday. Well, Sunday isn't to everybody's liking. I've got a couple of times I've gone for two in each race. So basically, what I've done is in the first race at Exeter, the favourite has got a penalty, and it's it's one of the very few that's actually had a run over hurdles, and it's the only winner as well. And unless there's something decent in the race, I'm expecting it to win. But who knows? You don't know, and it's too risky to just back one because it's run and won over hurdles when everything else hasn't. There's some stables that the horses are probably shorter than they should be, but they're based purely on the stables. As you know, I'm a bit of a Harry Fry fan. He's got a horse in this race, but first time out at Exeter, never ran before. It could be a superstar. It could be good enough to win. It could be good enough to place. But I'm going to go against it, and I'm going to go against a few of the others for the same kind of reason. Is the fact that they haven't been over hurdles. Well, I'm going for two horses that have. They haven't done a great deal over hurdles, but when push comes to shove, they could be staying on. They could be getting ready for the handicap mark. But with the fancied horses faltering towards the end, they might even sneak a place. And I'm only expecting them to sneak a place at best. But who knows? So the first two selections are in the 12:20 at Exeter, paying first three, and the horses are Pivotal Sky at 40-1 and Corto KY. I've said that wrong, haven't I? You can see the text anyway at 50-1, also in the 12:20 at Exeter. So what I am doing, I will show you in a minute. I'm actually having a combination bet with them. The next race is the 2:05 at Exeter, and once again I've gone for two horses. So the first selection is Astronomic View at 13-2 and Winter Watch at 15-2. Astronomic View has shown decent form or good enough form at Exeter in the past, whether it be National Hunt Flat or over hurdles. I think that will count on this tough course. Even though it's only good to soft, I think Exeter is an awkward course. It's got a mark where it can be competitive. However, there are some fancied horses who are actually running well. The favourite, I believe, fell last time. The second favourite, at the time of recording this video, begins with T. That's won its last 3 out of 4, I think it is. But it's rocketed up the handicap, and its highest Racing Post rating is 121 or 122. So for me to give that a chance, it would have to be off for about 112 today on its official rating to have a bit of a sneak. Well, it's not. I think it's off of 120. So for me, it's got to improve again to win. And at some point, these horses will become very vulnerable. Will they in this race? Well, hopefully. And the two that I've gone for, similar to the horse that won for us yesterday, they will benefit from the conditions. They will benefit from, one of them will benefit from the step up in distance. and the other one will benefit from astronomic view, will benefit from course experience. And I think paying the first three in a 7-runner race, I think the odds are stacked in our favour. And the next selection is Orchard Grove at 13-2 in the 2:38 at Exeter, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse is interesting. If it's fit, it's got a chance. If it isn't, and just been given it outing, you can put a line through it. But it's risky to just put a line through it. It's 13-2 currently. You'll know if it's got a chance with its price on the off. I think if it's got a chance, it'll be a similar price or less. And obviously, if it's 16s, 20s, you know it's probably got no chance. But this horse, Orchard Grove, it's had 2 wind operations already, so clearly there's a problem. The last time it had, the first time it had a wind operation, it ran disappointing next time out. Well, obviously that's just to test the operation, in my opinion. And then it went on a winning spree. I think it won something like 4 or 5 on the trot, or at least won 4 races. So clearly, I believe that the wind operation did the trick. It then went downhill and a bit patchy after that. It was given a bit of a break, and it had another wind operation. Once again, it ran disappointing on its reappearance, and it ran an absolute cracker next time out. It was then finished for the season. Who knows why? Were they thinking of looking after it, thinking they're going to bring it back for a winter campaign? Hopefully. And hopefully it runs well first time out, and it's benefited for an autumn. Sorry, it was July the 22nd, I think, its last run. So it's had a good winter on its back. It's had quite a bit of time off. It's been through all the summer, still not reappeared. Don't know why. Maybe it's had strengthening issues. I don't know. I'm just waffling. So Orchard Grove's an interesting horse. It's not a nap by any stretch. The final horse is my nap, and you'll see why. So the tension builds. The nap of the day is 12-1 Dillon's Double in the 3:45 at Exeter, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse, in my opinion, is a typical Tizard horse where it's ran over conditions that it does not want in the slightest to achieve a handicap mark. It was ran over 1 mile 7.5 furlongs at Wincanton, and I can't remember the 2 races it had. It was not to its liking. I tell you what, let me talk you through it. Just give me a second just to get the screen in shot. So it's actually 16s on the Racing Post site. So I'm going to briefly talk you through. So Getaway and Scorpion the dam sire and Getaway the sire, both want a lot further. Their progeny both want a lot further. So as you can see, so the first one that you can't see is at Chepstow in the soft. It ran okay on a national hump flat, but it doesn't have that many winners. Any of the Tizards have never had that many winners on national hump flat. When they do, they're decent horses. So first time, 2 mile at Exeter, heavy ground, so it's got course form, in touch with leaders. To be fair, it ran an absolute cracker behind Hugo's new horse, which is a decent horse. It then ran at Taunton, which is let's just hover over it. Right-handed, it's a sharp track. It wouldn't have wanted that. Same with Wincanton. Right-handed, it's a galloping track, but if you get too far behind, they tend to go pretty quick there. It's the front runners can get away, but when horses that want a lot further run over shorter, they do weaken, which will give you the impression that they don't stay, but they do. They're going over a trip that's too. They're trying to hang around with horses that are quicker than them, over shorter, and then basically they blow up and they weaken. Sometimes they weaken quickly, but stepping up in distance, you will see a different horse. And this is what you've seen at Plumpton. Plumpton still is not the track that it wants. Left-handed, sharp and undulating, yeah, roller coaster. So let's look at the run. So raced wide. It didn't jump with fluency, in my opinion, because the track is a sharp track. It wants a more galloping track. Didn't jump with any fluency. Towards rear, headway and prominent third, lost ground when slow jump fourth, in rear when mistake 3 out, rallied 2 out, kept on. So basically, in my opinion, that's just like everything happened too quick for it. Unless it was off at what? It was January, February, March, April. It was off a 7-month absence as well. So it actually ran a decent Racing Post rating. Good thing is it would dropped another pound, so it's off of 96. So in my opinion, this horse has got every chance. The most valuable race it's ran in so far is 6,000. This race is 4,000. I was just checking to see if it was more. So it's 2 mile 5.5 furlong. 2 mile 5.5 furlong over a stiffer track. I think it's got every chance. I don't think it's a great race. So how am I betting these? I'm going to have Dylan's double in an each way single. How much? It probably depends how the day's going on. And I don't mean I'm going to be chasing. If I've had a good day, I might have a couple of quid extra each way on it. So I'm not going to talk you through this. Well, I'm going to talk you through the stakes, but I'm not telling you what stakes to have. Have what you can afford, but keep it cheap. So that what I've had so far is 25p each way doubles, 15p each way trebles, and 25 pence each way fourfold. The reason why I've gone for highest fourfold is because I've gone for 2 races with 2 horses in. So that comes to, it's telling me to deposit £12 10p. So I'm guessing that comes to £12 10p. Personally, I would have 2 each way singles in the first race that I've selected, then take it from there. So I would put the multiple bet on each way, have singles on the first 2, and then if the first 2 do okay, maybe play around with the returns that you get off the singles. But I'm going to leave it with you. But those are the horses that I do fancy for Sunday. Don't go mad. So the very best of luck. There's a good chance there'll be a video Sunday night for Monday, and I'll have a good study Monday night for Tuesday because I'm off Tuesday. So I finish work at Monday, 4 o'clock, and I'm having a good study. If there's nothing to bike, there will be no video. But if you want to make sure you see the video, if there is one, click like or subscribe. I've waffled long enough. It's nearly 12 minutes. Have a great day. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.